At 4:30, juggling work and a personal life can be challenging for all of us, but for law enforcement, that balancing act is even more precarious. And experts say there is a cumulative impact.
Sadly, if not kept in check, the trauma can lead to suicide. News 4 Investigates continues our examination of mental health needs in the community. This afternoon, some of what's being done to ease the burden on law enforcement in Western New York. Luke Moretti reports.
Dispatch to Lincoln 20. I have an emergency. What is your location?
More officers kill themselves than are actually killed on duty.
Dave Buds is sounding the alarm about a spike in law enforcement suicides.
It's not overstating it when you say crisis, right? It's a crisis.
Suicide, yes.
Right now.
Yes. Yeah, for various reasons.
New York, locally.
Buds is the executive director of Op Overwatch in Niagara County, a group of Christ-centered law enforcement officers and chaplains who minister to those in need. It's become a spiritual refuge for law enforcement. Buds, a retired FBI agent, says among other things, Op Overwatch provides trauma resiliency training.
Trauma is going to happen on the job, and it's expected on the job. It's part of the job. So the stress will come from that. But trauma resiliency is building a life where you have an identity that isn't wrapped up in just the singular identity of the badge.
Retired Lockport police officer Steve Ritchie.
I know where and how they feel because I was there.
Remembers some dark days after being shot on the job 20 years ago. The stress and trauma followed him for years, his life in chaos as he tried to hold it together.
I've been there. I've been at that bottom of the pit where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
Not only was he injured physically, but Ritchie suffered emotionally, often in silence after returning to police work. Worried, he says, about what others would think if they knew about his inner turmoil. But then, in his darkest hour, something happened.
It was just a revelation from God that just said, if you think by taking your life you're going to end those trials and that suffering, you're wrong. And that was the end of that. That thought was gone at that moment, and I never thought about it again.
Ritchie had purpose to live, and the whole experience brought him to Dave Buds and the Op Overwatch ministry.
And the trials and sufferings, they continued for quite a while, and I think that was, in a way, God preparing me for this very thing right here, to help other peers to say, I've been through anything that you think you've been through, I've been through it all. And I survived through it, and you can survive through it too.
Ritchie and Buds, along with others, work to minister, counsel, and provide the pillars of support to anyone in the law enforcement community who wants and needs comfort.
But now we're finally starting to see, as the suicide crisis gets worse, we're starting to see departments say, maybe we need to normalize this. Maybe we need to start talking about this, because post-traumatic stress is a normal reaction to the job of a law enforcement officer.
Last year, the FBI started collecting data of deaths by suicide and attempted suicides involving current and former law enforcement officers. The agency discovered potential contributing factors like relationship problems, depression, burnout, chronic illness, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Dave Buds says law enforcement averages 188 traumatic incidents over the course of their career.
That's the average. And then if you look in other statistical studies, you have 60% of the population experiences 1 to 2 traumatic events in a lifetime, where law enforcement averages 188. That's not normal. So your body's going to have an abnormal response to all this trauma.
The FBI data found that of the reported suicides tracked last year, nearly 20% of agencies reported the absence of any warning signs or indications to colleagues or the agency prior to the incident. Steve Ritchie says in the past, the stigma kept many officers, even himself, from opening up about their struggles.
I think that if you were dealing with an issue that you were really struggling with, I think that it's maybe human nature back then for administrations just to say, oh, maybe we need to take this guy off the road and not put him on the road anymore, and it's sometimes the worst thing you could do.
But that was then. Progress is being made as more mental health care awareness is easing the sting of stigma, particularly in the law enforcement community.
Over the years, we've seen things change.
Meet Amherst police detectives Mark Piteri and Samantha Kozlowski.
There's more to be done. There's so much more to be done.
Both detectives are involved as peers with the Western New York Law Enforcement Helpline, which provides 24/7 confidential assistance to working and retired law enforcement, dispatchers, and their families. Beyond that, Piteri and Kozlowski have developed an officer wellness program specific to the Amherst Police Department.
We talk about stressors, coping mechanisms, how the job affects families, and mental well-being.
Initially, they weren't certain how the program would be received. Police are trained to keep emotions in check, despite the countless critical incidents they're exposed to over a career.
We try to create this safe space, both physically here at off-site and metaphorically, where people feel comfortable, where officers feel comfortable being vulnerable, letting their guard down.
Piteri says the program has been wildly successful, and that even officers who were skeptical have given it a chance.
One in particular said, I was not planning on signing up, but I ended up signing up because I trusted you two. And I mean, if you have a full department that is thinking like that, there's no way to not have success in this.
The key component to making this voluntary off-site program successful means keeping police brass, administrators, out of the picture.
There's no place for administration in peer support. So that's that definitely takes a leap of faith.
And I give kudos to our chief and our administration for allowing us to do that.
I know with what Amherst has done, it's very proactive, so it's good. It's above the bar, and it should encourage and leverage other departments to get engaged in that.
Detective Piteri would like to see the officer wellness program serve as a model for other departments. After all, he says Amherst PD is not alone in dealing with these issues. He believes healthier officers will make a better police department and a better community. Luke Moretti, News 4.